Now to the landmark case against a mother in Michigan. Jennifer Crumbly is charged with 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter after her son killed 4 students at Oxford High School in 2021. She has pleaded not guilty.
But if she is convicted, it would be the first time that parents are held responsible in connection with a mass shooting committed by their child. And joining us for our legal segment, Better Call Brian, is ABC News contributor and attorney Brian Buckmire. Good to see you, my friend.
Good to be here, guys.
So every time I see this on the news, and many people that I know, and you see a minor involved, you automatically think, okay, what did their parents know? Were their parents involved? What type of home did they grow up in? So this is a clear case that there were red flags. The father purchased the gun. Mom knew about it. What's up with this?
Yeah, like you said, it's about red flags and how that gun got into the shooter's hands. When you look at some of the red flags that the prosecution is putting forward, they're talking about these text messages that the shooter shared with the mother, that he was seeing demons in the home, things flying off the shelf. And she kind of like poo-pooed it, like just kind of brushed it off as not that much. But we know that he had lost his grandmother, he had lost his dog, his best friend had moved away. And then we talk about the actual day of the shooting, when the teachers called in the parents and showed them this math homework with quotes like, "The thoughts won't stop, help me," blood everywhere, pictures of a gun, pictures of a bullet. These are the red flags that the prosecution is pointing to try to prove their case.
What's the defense saying about these red flags?
The defense is saying that they didn't know that their child had mental health issues to this level, that the teachers in the school should have alerted them, should have given them more information, and that they were unaware, even though the father purchased a gun, that this would be an issue in terms of either harming himself or others. And I will also note that there's a civil lawsuit against the school. That's something the family's pursuing as well.
And we should also mention that the shooter, who is now 17 years old, by the way, pleaded guilty and is currently serving life in prison. This could be a landmark case. Could it set a precedent for cases moving ahead?
Absolutely. The word that we use in the legal field is called a bright line rule. What's going to be criminal and what's not going to be criminal. So when you look at a case like this, where you have this many red flags, and I would say that cause or that kind of spark of actually purchasing a gun for your child, if you add those together in Michigan, they're saying that's enough for involuntary manslaughter. That's enough to put someone away for up to 15 years. Now, as we've seen in years past, there have been multiple school shootings. A lot of prosecutors are probably looking at this case to say, if there's a conviction here for one or both parents, maybe this is a recipe for a replication down the line to maybe hold people accountable.
But what about parents who say, I knew nothing? I didn't know anything was going on with my child.
And that's where the bright line rule comes in. If you didn't know anything, if the school didn't alert you, if you, for example, didn't purchase them a gun, then you might not be liable for this type of crime. And I think what's going to happen, especially as a parent now myself, we're going to probably be much more attuned to what's going on with our child. Is the school giving us the appropriate information? And of course, maybe I don't buy them a gun if I have those questions.
What are the key issues that you think will determine the outcome of this case?
So kind of going back to what the parents are worried about as well, for me, the key issues are foreseeability and causation. Now, we could put some fancy legal words up on the wall and explain it, but I think the best way to explain it is the way that every law student learns it for the last 100 years. There's this wild case called Palsgraf versus the Long Island Railroad. I know it's wild. Trust me, it's true. This woman sued the railroad for a coin-operated scale falling on her and injuring. But the railroad company actually won, because this is the story. 2 men chasing after a train, one gets on, the last one gets helped by railroad employees. As he's helped to get on, his suitcase falls. But unknown to anyone, there are fireworks in his suitcase. Fireworks go off, they hit the scale, the woman gets hit. The railroad said, that was unforeseeable. I can't be on the hook for that because I didn't cause it. I didn't know that this person had fireworks in there. I didn't know that helping him onto the train would have caused this. Think about that rule and apply it to a school shooting. Could you foreseen this accident? Did you cause it by, quote unquote, providing the fireworks? That's what's being argued here in this case against Jennifer Crumbly and ultimately her husband come early March.
What a way to make it plain. That's why we call Brian. Better Call Brian. Brian, thank you very much. We appreciate it.
My
Good
pleasure.
to see you again.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.